I'll wait a second, let people hop on. We're gonna have fun. Okay. Originally, I had planned on doing this later this weekend, but then I was like, I want to sew this up now. So here we are. We're going to do this now. So Lindsay from Linds Handmade has a new pattern that came out today. It's a cutie patootie. And I have made one. I forgot to go grab it to have, I think I just cut the wrong piece. I think I just did. Yep, 30. This one will work too. Hi everybody. Good morning. Yay. All right. Oh, I'm going to use this one instead. Okay. All right. So I have made one of these cute little Rayna slings, and it's a really fun make. You guys are going to absolutely love it. So I like, it's got all the little Lindsay details, you know, it's got your cute little connectors for your crossbody strap. It's got awesome D-ring connectors as well. And I edge coated mine. They look really pretty, you guys. Totally worth it. Do it. Edge coated mine. And then we have our webbing here. I'm going to put my strap together first, and then we'll continue with the rest of the bag. It's a pretty simple crossbody sling, hip bag, however you want to wear it. And it's fun to make. It is a bound bag, so we are going to bind it on the inside. It is not hard to do. It is an easy binding, I promise you. Hi, everybody. Yay, we got a good little group here. Happy Friday. It's Friday. I get to spend all day tomorrow helping my son move. So that's not fun, but it is what it is. And originally I was going to do this video tomorrow, but I have a feeling I'll be exhausted. So we're going to do it today. Just melting the edges of my webbing real quick before we get going here. All right. Here we go. What gadget do you have hanging to hang your pieces? Oh, I have a handy helper, which is available from Mojo Sews, which is where I get the paint as well. With these little guys, honestly, all I did was place them on top of little spools of thread to dry. You can use just anything around your sewing room. 20% off pattern launch. Link is in the description. It is an affiliate link, just to let you know. So if you do buy it from there, thank you. If not, that's fine too. And go get this pattern. You guys are going to be obsessed. I made a pink one last week, which I absolutely loved. And I'm going to use that one on my upcoming trip. So that's going to be my little travel bag. I'm excited about that. And then, yeah. All right. Ooh, Amber, you're getting a new sewing machine. Happy birthday. That's exciting. All right, I'm going to put the camera in. I'm going to try and read comments as we go. I think I can get this done in 2 hours. Let's see. Let's see. All right, here we go, guys. Let me know how the camera angle is when I get it there. It takes me a minute. There we go. About right there. That's pretty good, right? I have camera 1 and camera 2. We'll probably keep it on camera 1 for the most part, but if I need to change it, I can change it. All right, let's do this strap. Well, she has the instructions for it. Oh yeah, she does. Okay, so I'm going to do this first. I'm going to do this piece first. So this is my little 6-inch cut of webbing. Now, depending on how you want to wear the bag will depend on how long you cut your strap, okay? I know she was trying to figure out the magical calculation for everybody. I think she came pretty dang close in the pattern. So just look at the pattern for what your measurement of your strap needs to be. I've got mine at about 44 inches for this part, and it's pretty dang good. Hi, Jess. Hi, Wendy. I'm glad you're doing this. I like to watch the video before I buy a pattern, and I made the clear jelly vinyl Annabelle. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. You'll have to show me that one. Can't wait to see a picture of that, Wendy. All right, I'm going to just connect this little guy first. Normally I do glue. I think I'm going to do tape today. I think we're going to tape this. I'm feeling the tape. Let's do it. So these are the little connectors that she has in the pattern. She has SVG cut files if you want to use your cut machine for them to get them accurate. They're pretty easy to cut out with scissors and a rotary. I never really have problem doing that, so it's up to you. You don't even have to do this. You could just do a regular crossbody strap without these accents, but I'm telling you what, these are really cute and you're gonna want to do it. So just do it. All right. Yeah, this vinyl I'm using here is from Love Lola, and then my inside is a Smooth from Tulip Bee. And I'll show you that in a minute. You know, this is the perfect pattern that if you're like, I'm going on a trip, I want a new bag for myself to walk around with. This is the perfect bag for that. I don't know about you, but I don't carry a lot with me when I'm out and about on trips because I've had a million kids and I hate, it's kind of made me hate carrying a ton of things. So I try and carry the least amount of stuff possible. So this is perfect for your phone and like a couple essentials and you're good to go. So just saying. I may or may not take a picture in front of the Eiffel Tower with this bag. So there's that. Okay. Here we go. You could do glue. I'm doing tape. All right, so I'm gonna put in this little piece first. Okay, I'm just gonna get it nice and centered in there. Beautiful. Is there a discount for the pattern? It is currently 20% off for launch day. So make sure you take advantage of that. That's right, Annette. I should have put this on before I took the paper off the tape. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm excited to make it, and I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, it's 1-inch hardware that we're using here. All right, beautiful. Just try and get that folded on nice and even. Even Steven, and then we are going to stitch this on. And I need a scrap piece of vinyl. Where's my scrap? Here it is. All right, let's sew this sucker on. I'm gonna move you guys in just a little bit. Traveling to Canada in August from UK, looking for a new pattern. Could this be the one? It could be, Karen. All right, here we go. I'm trying to think, where should I start? You know what? I think I'm going to start down here. And you just try to stay close to the edge. I'm always protecting my hardware here. Do you ever use Merino fabric? Linda, I have. Okay. That's how easy that is. You could put some rivets in this if you wanted to, but I don't think it needs it. Isn't that cute? All right, there's one. All right. Do you put woven interfacing on these connectors? You know what? I was putting it on and I was like, ooh, I should probably put a piece of Decaville on this one because it's thinner material. My last strap was thicker stuff. So yeah, I mean, if you want to put a piece of Decaville right here, that would probably be a good idea. Worst case scenario, this rips and I have to make a new strap. That's not a big deal for me, but if I was selling it, yeah, I would probably put some Decaville light in between those layers. Yay, hi Amy. All right, so now you want to take this one on one end and put this little tab. Just over the edge, like that. And then I'm going to get my slide. And I'm going to sew that on. You could rivet. I like to just sew through this. Totally up to you. I do 2 little rows of stitching on mine. This webbing is from me. It's my Luxe Weave. I have 2 new colors and I just have not, no, 3 new colors. I have 3 new colors and I just have not had a hot second to take pictures and get them up. So hopefully I will do that in the next day or 2. All right, so I did that. And then go up and over. Oh, wait, no. Then you got to put this on. I'm like, wait, what am I missing? And then you go up and over. Okay, like that. And then this end gets the other connector. You know what I'm going to do? Should have done this on the other one. We're going to put a little piece of interfacing in this one. Hi, Barb. Just finished washing Lindsay's. Good. Hers most likely amazing. I'm sure she always comes out with videos for all of her patterns. So make sure you go watch the designer's video because she will have so many good tips and tricks. And I mean, Lindsay is super thorough and amazing. So go check out her video for sure. All right, so there's connector number 2. Let's sew it on. I liked starting down at this corner, so I'm going to do that again. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. Strap done. Isn't she pretty? Look at that. Aren't those connectors fun? I would 100% recommend doing those. Totally worth it. All right, so my strap is done. I'm going to set that out of the way. And we are going to start by, what does she start? I'm going to try and follow her pattern here. Connector, and then she puts together her mesh pocket. All right, so let's do it. Where's my mesh pocket? I know it's in here. I cut it. Oh my. Oh my. I wonder if I left it over on my cutting table by accident. Just a second. Okay, let me go get my mesh pocket. I think I left it on the table. Yep, there it is. There she is. Cute little mesh pocket. And then I gotta figure out what binding I want to do. I think I'm gonna do that binding. Okay, here we go. So you don't have to do this mesh pocket on the inside. You could do a zipper pocket. You could do a regular slip pocket. Totally up to you. Do what you want to do, boo. And I'm gonna do this. All right. Is your vinyl from Tulip Bee? Barb, the vinyl is from Love Lola. Yep, Natalie, thank you. Do you ship? Is that what you're asking, to New Zealand? Yes, I do, Jess. So you just want to fold this over evenly on the top, and we are going to sew this mesh on. Try not to stretch it. I find if you stretch it at all, it's going to lay weird. So try really hard to just lay it. You could probably put some tape in there, although I feel like you would be fighting it quite a bit. So we're just going little by little here. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to top stitch this on. Just like that. Again, try not to pull it. All right, so get one of your lining pieces, and we are just going to put that lined up with the bottom. You'll have to trim it a tiny bit, and that's fine. Okay, and then we are going to baste this on. She has it separated in the middle. I'll separate it after I baste it on. Well, not in the middle. She does a little pocket for like chapstick. You could do the middle if you just wanted to separate it in half. Hi, Cynthia. And you can just trim that little extra there. Hi, Lisa. You are my conference call at work right now. That's funny. Happy to be your conference call. All right, so I'm just going to do her little measurement that she has in the pattern right there. Hi, Denise. That's it. That's our cutie little tiny mesh pocket done. Let's go. She has you doing the wings next. So let's go to the wings, guys. Let's do it. Maybe. Where are my wings? What the heck? Do. Where did I put them? Did they fall in the trash? Oh my gosh, they're sitting right here on the table. I can do this. All right, here we go. So you have 4 pieces. They're mirrored. Okay. So we are going to take our pieces and sew them together. We are not going to sew this straight side. Oh, Denise, thank you. That's very sweet. So right sides together. Okay, let's do it. So not your straight side. And you know, if you need to draw your seam allowance on there for those turns, go for it. Do that. I'm pretty familiar with my machine and my seam allowances, so. Hi from Puerto Rico. Welcome. Just sitting here watching it and enjoying my last day at the beach. Oh, lucky ducky. Enjoy it. It's so cold here. I keep wanting to wear summer clothes and then I go outside and I freeze. So I've got a heater on down here right now, all that. So we want to trim this down and turn it out. And I do have my hair dryer in case I need it. We'll see. All right, let's turn it out. $90. I think it's barely 60 here today, and it's cold and windy. And I have my door out there open for my dog, so my basement is freezing. All right, just get those pressed out nice. Looking good, and then we're gonna top stitch those. Yay, you bought the pattern. You won't regret it, you'll love it. Annette, come on and move in my house. You can live in my guest room for all the summers. We can have a Tulip Bee / SiahSwag business in the basement. All right, those look good. All my corners. Okay, so now I want to top stitch. I think I'm going to do a double top stitch. I like the double stitching on this one. Let's do it. I saw a comment on one of the groups today asking what the difference is between this pattern and the Louis. Like, what are the design differences? This one is a little bit bigger, and the gusset is like a full thicker gusset, where the Louis has that weird phalange thing. And I love the way she does all of her connectors on this bag. I think are super cute. So there are slight differences between the two. Just letting y'all know. And you guys know what a big fan of the Louis waist bag I am, so you know I'm gonna love this one too. I forgot to do my double top stitch. Whoops, I'll do it on it. Molly. I have the Louis and I just bought this one. Thank you for letting me know. You are welcome. All right, so there's, looks good. I'm gonna do my second top stitch on this one and then we'll be good to move on. This was my Mother's Day sew to myself. I made one of these in pink for myself for Mother's Day. On Mother's Day. It was fabulous. Okay, 2 wings done. Beautiful. I made 7 Louis slings for a table at a mini market, did very well, but the Susu sling was an absolute hit. Such an amazing bag. Aw, Marie, I'm so glad. That makes me happy. I was thinking I need to cut out and sew up a Susu sling to practice for our swag dash coming up because we will be making those at the swag dash. All right, I'm gonna put these aside and we are gonna work on that front zipper pocket. Get all my little pieces out here. Okay, I need to cut a bunch of centers real quick. This bag has really light interfacing. All I interfaced was the back panel and the bottom gusset. If you're using vinyl, you don't need much, honestly. I didn't even interface this front stuff. Okay. My zipper. Let's get some tape going here. Okay, this has the entire tape in your seam, so there's no zipper tabs. She says if, you know, she were to put zipper tabs on it, then it would be harder to fit a phone if you wanted to fit your phone in that front pocket. So, you know, if you think it's too hard for your machine to handle the seam, then keep that in mind, but if not, you should be good. I'm just getting all my centers marked. I want to make sure this lays on the money, honey. Sharon, that's exciting. First industrial, that's awesome. All right, so we're doing that zipper pocket. So right sides together, laying that zipper down. And then we will sandwich the lining on top. And I like to use tape. You can baste if you want to baste and not use tape, totally up to you. I'm using that 1/8 inch wide tape. And then she uses the seam allowance where I don't have to switch to my zipper foot, which I love. So, all right, here we go. All right. We're going to turn this all out and down and top stitch. I like to clip these two together just because, you know, when you're using this slicker bonded nylon, it tends to want to slip up toward your zipper. So I'm just kind of helping that from not happening. Hi, sister. I'm gonna go ahead. Should be based. Yeah, I'm just gonna baste these layers together. Just so they stay put for me. Awesome. All right, now I'm going to put on the top piece. You guys, I didn't even know that Susan went live yesterday. It was so funny. I was filming a tutorial all day. I have a pre-filmed one coming up. And then last night I was getting all my stuff and I'm like, oh, she was on the channel today. So funny. All right. Centers. Right sides together along the top. Put on our top piece here. Okay, right sides together. Rebecca, you are so welcome. I know, I told Susan to do something stationery wise because that's what she loves. Someone didn't look at the schedule I made and decorated it with flowers. Guilty. No, I was just busy cutting out all the kits and filming and just didn't realize, Susan. You did great. You did good, kid. All right. There's that. Sew that together. All right, pull those both up and we're gonna top stitch. Rebecca, I just finished my first necessary clutch wallet and it turned out perfect thanks to your last sister sew. I'm so glad. All right, we're gonna top stitch this, and then before I go any farther, I'm gonna put a name tag on this too. All right, I think I'm gonna do mine up here this time, right there. Last time I did it down here in the corner, which was cute, but I think I wanna do it right there this time. So let's do that real quick. Isn't this vinyl pretty? Thank you. I've been waiting for the perfect bag, and I'm like, this is it. This is the bag. Right? Okay. Where's my mini ruler? I lose this ruler every time I do a video. There it is. Let's get it centered here. And then I think I want to do it like right above that zipper. So we're going to go right there, I think. Want my prong on or below? On. Okay. I'm getting pretty good at putting this new tag on. Watch, I say that and I'm going to screw it up. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right. Okay. Susan, you do need a fancy tag. It is time. I agree. It is time. I'm going to put a piece of woven behind it because I didn't interface this at all, and I feel like it needs just a little something behind it. I'm going to go like that. Okay. Tiniest cuts with this tag. All right. Wendy, you can go on like Fiverr and have someone design something for you. Pretty easy. This cut did not go through. Just a minute. Oop. You know, I love my new name tags, but it is a little harder to install sometimes. Come on. Ay, ay, ay. Here we go. Beautiful. I see you often use double-sided tape. Doesn't it stick to the needle when sewing? I keep, because of that, I keep alcohol wipes next to my machine. And I wipe my needle a lot when I know that I'll be sewing over that double-sided tape. And that helps. Whoops, I didn't put the washer on. And that helps a lot. And I usually do the double-sided tape out of my seam allowance. I don't normally sew much over it. It's usually thin enough that it stays out of my stitches. All right, guys. Done. I need to just baste this together real quick. These two layers now, since I have my name tag on there. Looks good. Look pretty. All right, so I want to take my other lining piece and now I'm going to sandwich that wrong sides together. Whoops, right sides out, because, oh wait, no, I want to sandwich it like this. Sorry, right sides together. Silly me. And then like that. And then you have one more lining piece. She does the mesh one on this side, and you're going to put that right side out because it's a bound bag, right? And then you want to baste these layers together, and you want to make sure they're all the same size. If your front piece ended up a little bit bigger, just trim it down. Mine looks pretty good. I don't think I need to trim it down. Okay, now I'm going to baste all these pieces together. So you should only have one more lining piece left that goes on the back of your bag. Hi, Evelyn. I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Dawn. I'm like, I can't read the French. I wish I could. Okay. So your front now has that inside pocket, right? So that was the first lining piece you put on, and then the second lining piece right here. So front is done. I am going to, I think I have my centers top and bottom marked, so I'm going to do my centers on the side real quick. Beautiful. Then I'm going to just piece together our back one. Here's our back with our lining. And we'll put our wings on that one. I just did this really thin self-adhesive foam on my back piece. It's what Lindsay used too. She gave me the idea. I had some. I'm like, oh, I've never used it before. And then I did it on the Gusset too. It gave a pretty good shape to it. I liked it. I don't remember where I got it. Maybe Sophisticated Craft, I think, sent it to me a while ago. I'm sure you could. I think it's called Closed Cell Adhesive Foam. All right, so I'm just gonna baste these two together. This would be a cute one to do a tag on, since this is the back of your bag. If you wanted to do a cute tag right here on the back, that would be cute. All right, I'm just gonna baste, and then we'll put our wings on. I'm gonna mark my centers real quick here. Hi, Orla. Would a slip pocket fit on the back? Yeah, totally. You could do a slip pocket on the back. You could add or take away as many things as you wanted, honestly. Okay, so these wings, you want to mark the center. So fold this straight edge. You want to fold that in half like this. And you're going to clip or mark that center right there. Because you're gonna put the centers together here. So I'm gonna go like this. Okay. So make sure your wings are, if you have directional print, all that kind of stuff, the bigger part of the wing is the top of the bag, the smaller part is the bottom. We are just going to line up those centers right there and based on those wings. So it should just fit on this edge of the bag, just like that. Okay, so repeat for this one, and I'll baste those on. If you're not singing because you're the one beneath my wings, every time you do the wings, then you need to have a hard look at your leg. Love that. Which is from the movie, wasn't that Bette Midler and Beaches, where I bawled like a baby every time? Such a sad movie. So good and sad. Yep, Beaches. Okay, here's my back. There's my front. Oh, she's gonna be cute. Let's work on the zipper panel and the gusset. I'm going to do some tape along my pieces because that's how I like to do it. And then I'll clip my centers so I get them all lined up straight and even. And then we'll go from there. Steel Magnolias. Oh, that one's tearjerker too. I don't have any interfacing on my vinyl zipper panel pieces. Up to you. I don't feel like it needs it because it's such a small bag. But I could be wrong. But I'm probably not. I'm just saying. 50 First Dates. Oh, Nancy. I love that movie. That's one of my favorites. I loved it when my boys were old enough to start watching the Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore movies. Those are my favorite combos. Evelyn, yes, this is the Rayna sling from Linds Handmade. It is currently, it's launching today. So it is discounted 20%, I believe. There's a link in the description for it. Hope floats. Oh my goodness. That's a good one too. That gets me every time I ball at that one. All right, got our pieces. Let me get my zipper here. Lindsay is not here with us. She's busy on launch day. She doesn't have time to sit and watch a video. I texted her asking if it was okay if I did this video. And she's like, are you asking me if I will watch the video? And I'm like, no, you don't have to watch me do this video. She's like, oh, good. She's so busy. And I think she's moving and she's got a lot of things on her plate right now. All right, right sides together. And then I'm going to sandwich the lining on top. It's called the Orla, her new bag. Okay, can't wait. Can't wait to see it. All right, sew that on. And we're going to top stitch and baste these together. Hi, Charlene. All right, next side. What material is this? This is vinyl and bonded nylon. Okay, hi Janet from Tennessee. Welcome. Okay, right sides together. Other side. Blue Land Creations by Connie. Hi, welcome. Hello from wicked sunny Florida. Hi, Diane. You guys must be dying there in Florida. Everybody's saying how hot it is. You need to come to Colorado. You will cool off in 2 seconds. Promise. I promise. Okay, second side added on. Let's sew that on. $54 degrees in Washington State. Yeah, Barb. That's like here. It's cold too. I think it's barely 60 here. I took the dogs on a walk. I was wearing full-on beanie and hoodie and burr. It's cold. I love this floral. This is the first time I've used this. It is so pretty. What's this one called, Annette? I don't even know what I'm using, but I know it's from Annette. Zen Blossoms. Okay. Zen Blossoms. So pretty. It goes really pretty with brown. Alrighty. There is our zipper panel. I need to put my tabs on, or my pulls on. So I think in the pattern she had you just doing 1 zipper pull. I'm going to go ahead and do 2. I just like 2 zipper pulls on bags with gussets like this. So it's totally up to you what you want to do. Maybe. Maybe I will. Come on. Should have cut my zipper longer. That's okay. We got it. Okay, I'm now going to put on my bottom gusset pieces. Oh, I need to see. She makes this just a little bit bigger, so you have some wiggle room. So depending on your seam allowances, I'm going to need to cut the tiniest bit off. Let me see. I'm going to go cut 1/8 of an inch off of each side real quick. Just a second. Just a second. I can do it right here. I'm still here. I'm just cutting. Give me a second. I may need to do more than that. Show you what I'm doing. Don't think that was enough. You just want to make sure that you do the same amount on each side. I think last time what I did was, what did I do? I figured out yeah, okay. I figured out how far I need to do it from this zipper panel so it was equal. So I need to do it right there. Okay, so make sure you cut it down beautiful and that it's even. I just need to baste my sides one more time together so they don't come apart here. Hi, Barb. Headed to Tandy. They're having a sale. Pray for restraint. Have so much fun, Barb. Okay, now it's the right size. Let's put on our gusset. Joop. Here. I'm going to baste this first and then I'll add my other side. Right sides together. sandwich that sucker. And then you want a full seam allowance. Let me double check what that is. Yep, okay. Janet, the vinyl is from Love Lola. All right, and then I'm gonna top stitch those down. And now I want to bring it over and make a circle. So you're going to bring the exterior. Did I just put something in the trash? Oh my goodness, yes. I lose so many things to my trash. All right, match those sides up. And then you're gonna have to kind of smush this piece. You're gonna bring this lining side up to meet the other side. Okay, and then we want to top stitch, baste these together, and we're ready to put the pieces together. Oh my goodness. Told you it's a quick sew. So, you know, I did do my D-ring connectors yesterday, so I did those ahead of time painting those. So just if you're going to make this bag and you really want to do that part, which I think you should, just know that you have to prep those beforehand. Yeah, you don't want this bag to be very too stiff and structured. It doesn't need much. It's a small bag and it doesn't need a ton of interfacing and it doesn't need a ton of structure. So I just did the gusset and the back panel, which is what Lindsay suggested to me when I talked to her about it. So it worked great for my other one that I did too. Grandson and his partner are going overseas and has asked for a sling. Have not made one, but this looks like the right pattern. Yeah, Michelle, this would be a good one. This can very much be masculine and feminine. I feel like it's a good neutral bag. My kid would totally wear this. My son would totally wear this. All right, so I'm just gonna baste those two layers together. Bada bing, bada boom. Do you reckon it could work with an exterior nylon and some foam or interfacing, or does it need a vinyl? Orla, you could totally make it with a nylon. I don't know how I would interface it or if I would interface it. Like if you're just doing a nylon bag and want it to be just like one of those, you know, Lululemon nylon type bags, you don't really need to interface it. It could go either way with this bag. It could be just a slouchy nylon type bag, or you could have it structured, I think. You could do foam. I would not do anything heat fused if you're doing nylon. All right, so I'm going to mark my centers on this thing, and we're going to add our main body pieces. Yeah, you could quilt the nylon. That's a good idea. That would look really good. Hi, Muriel. All right, so I have all of my corners. Let's do the front panel first on it. All right, so here we go. So she made this gusset really nice and tight for a reason. We want it that way. If this gusset isn't really tight and snug around your bag, it's not going to turn out nicely. You're going to get puckers. It's not going to lay right. Like, trust this process, okay? It's done this way for a reason. I think the way I like to do it is I like to baste it first, which I think I'm going to do. I'm going to baste it first, and then I will sew it at the full seam allowance before I bind. So here we go. Hi, Jasmine. All right, here we go. Hi, Glinda. TGIF. My dogs are freaking out at something. It's always something. And it really doesn't matter if you start out with the front or the back piece. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, do you see what I mean? It's pretty tight right there, but that's a good thing. Trust me, it's a good thing. You want that. I did a sling recently where it wasn't tight enough like that, and then when it was all turned out, it just laid weird and it had bumps and it was not good. So You want it that tight. Okay. You're going to be stylish with your bag in Paris. Thank you, Natalie. All right, here we go. So I'm going to do some clips. My gusset here. Definitely need it to get this to go to where you need it. All right, here we go. I might have to go grab my dog and bring her in a minute. So I pull this out and I push that piece in to line it up. Okay, and really just work it in there. Work it. You can do it. Look at that. Looks good. Okay. Push that in there. Hi, Rosa. Oh my gosh. One more. The self-adhesive foam, I think, was from Sophisticated Crafts or Soulful Therapy. I'm not sure which one, but one of the two. Okay, so I am going to baste, and then I'm going to, is it coincidental that I'm getting Uber Eats on your channel? Lori, they know their audience. I don't know what to tell you. They're like, this chick loves food delivered. I bet the people love it too. The doggies are barking in it. I don't know what they're barking at. All right, here we go. Now, I think I'm going to go to camera 2 for this because I think it's a better view. And you guys can see kind of what I'm doing. If you don't agree, let me know and I'll switch it back. Okay, here we go. So basting first, then full seam allowance, okay? Okay. Terry, hi Kassiah, I got inspired watching you and Susan sew the NCW, so got the pattern, and I'm really looking forward to doing the card slots the way you did them. Yay! I think you'll love it. Totally worth it. Do you like it or do you disagree? That's right. Tell me now. All right, we're gonna hold these layers together. Just go slow. I feel like once you get it basted where it needs to be, it's smooth sailing after that. So just take your time with the basting. Okay. Natalie, these clips are seriously, they're kind of amazing how strong they are. Like, it kind of is a pain taking them off as you go, but it's because they're so strong, right? That's like the binder clips. Binder clips are worse. Binder clips are harder for my hands. Nope. Come here, you. There we go. I feel like my layers are staying pretty good together. I'm not really having much shifting, which is fabulous. And you know, I think the more you interface things, the harder it is, and the more you're fighting it. And because I didn't do much interfacing on this bag, it's not really pulling on me like it normally would. All right, so it's all basted. It's not going to move anywhere. So now you can get a really good stitching around at your full seam allowance. So now I'm going to go around at the full seam allowance. What does she have in the pattern as the full seam allowance? Just a second. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Just go slow around your curves. Make sure everything's flat as you go. Marion, you can use staples, but I think you do just fine if you have really strong clips and you baste first. My basting is in place of stapling, right? So it's totally up to you which method to use. Your call. I think either way, as long as you have good technique and can hold everything in place, either way works. All right, first round is done. Now we just need to add the binding. I'm doing fold over elastic. Up to you what you want to do, but I like to look, make sure it's okay. That's all right. Once it's folded out, it'll smooth out too. Yeah, looks good. I'm gonna trim this so it's even because I had a couple of the layers where it slipped a tiny, tiny bit, and I want it even. Not by much. I mean, it's like not even 1/8 of an inch, but tiny bits. All right, let's do it. Instead of stapling, Kassiah base layers. Yeah. Sometimes I staple. I mean, I think stapling is needed sometimes. Absolutely. And if you are more comfortable with doing that, go for it. I say either way works really well. And Lindsay doesn't like, she hasn't figured out fold over elastic. She says she just can't figure that out. It never looks nice for her. And so she uses regular binding. So, I mean, to each their own, man. Do what works for you. All right. I'm going to do this just a little shorter. So I'm going to do about 22-inch strip. I think the trick with fold over elastic is it needs to be snug. It needs to be tight around your bag. If it's loose, it's not going to work. If it's loose, it's gonna like move all over and it's going to look funky and you're not going to get a good result. It has to be snug around your seam. I think that's one of the tricks for fold over elastic. The other trick is you just need to practice. Yay, Orla, I'm glad. I like it. Hi, Valerie from France. I'm going to be there in a week. Crazy. All right. So seam, bottom or top, doesn't matter. My seam allowance is not a 1/2 inch. It's the same seam allowance that she gives you in the pattern. And for this, I just use regular clips because I feel like the metal ones are too strong and I can't slide them off as I go. So I just use my regular clips for this. It just looks like that, Janet. It's not a 1/2 inch. It just looks like it. I probably could have gone just a little tighter on the elastic, honestly. That's okay. It'll work. I'll go a little tighter on the next side. What did I say? I said 22, so maybe I'll go 21 on the next side. I have a question regarding the strap. Is it made for you to adjust like a regular crossbody strap? Yes, Jadira, it is. I'll show it to you again at the end when I put this all together. All right, we're gonna sew that on, and then we'll put the other side on. Camera 2, let's go. There really is no right or wrong side. You can choose if you want the shiny or matte. That's true. I usually choose the shiny. Personally, I think it's more meant to fold with the shiny side out, but you could probably use either. Yep. Oh, thank you, Nancy. I'm glad it's a good little change. Figured might be nice to see from that view. Oh, hi, Marley. Are you done barking at the world? Yeah. Come on. All right. Let's take a look. See what we got. And I'm good. I caught all my layers. That's what, I think it looks pretty good. Okay, there it is. Let's put on the second half. All right, make sure your wings are going up towards the top. And here we go. Where do I get my mesh? I'm pretty sure I bought this last batch just off of Amazon by Annie. I have it linked on my Amazon list. Yeah, by Annie Mesh. She's got lots of different colors. Because you are the wind beneath my wings, Orla. You are. Here we go. Here we go. Marley May lays on her bed like her life is just exhausting and so rough. You guys, look at this dog. Can you see her? I mean, come on. Just a minute. We're doing a Marley May viewing. Isn't her life so rough? Okay, sorry. Back to me. Just like it's a hard job barking at everything. Okay. Somebody's got to do it though. Barking and being a queen is so hard, Annette. Exhausting. You can see my dog right now. She's sitting in my office with me, sound asleep, snoring. Yeah. Yeah. Oakley, my bigger one, snores. It's a rough job. Someone has to be the princess of the house, and it's no longer me. That bed that she's laying in too, it's a cat bed. I bought it at the pet store when we first bought her. I thought she needs a mini bed. All they had were cat beds, so there you go. It's her favorite. I need to cut more of that right there. Gotta love our animals, huh? All right, let's get this in. Hmm. 16-year-old Shih Tzu. Aw. Sweetie. That's awesome. Natalie, you're failing writing a report. I'm so sorry. I can't help you on that. I can help distract you, though, obviously. Hi, Donna. It's beautiful here in West Virginia, except for the fact that we have invaded by this 17-year sciatica. No, how do you say that? Oh my gosh. Why can't I think of how to say that? I know exactly what you're talking about. We don't have those here in Colorado. Cicadas. Thank you, Lady Fair. Cicadas. I'm all sciaticas? No. Cicadas. Oh, I am feeling better. Thank you, Donna. I still have a little bit of a junk, but much better than I was. You all knew how to say it, see? All right, here we go, round 2. Let's do it. Deep breath. My hands are starting to scream. It's okay. Let me take a drink of water real quick. And I need a piece of chocolate. I can send all the supply you need. Your dogs find them delicious? That's funny. All right. Let's do it. Natalie, I like that too. You guys know how much I hate when binding is right up next to the zipper. Definitely don't have that in this bag. Watched a live and bought the metal clips being delivered today. Watched a live and bought handmade webbing, now ordering vinyl. You see a pattern here. That's funny. Yeah, that's what tends to happen, right? Where do you get the handmade webbing? Kim Emporium Threads has the most gorgeous handmade webbing. If I had it in black, I would have done it on this bag, but I didn't, so that's okay. Alrighty. Looks good. Just slipped a tiny bit there. It's pretty good there. Tiniest bit here. Okay. Let's do the full seam allowance. Here we go. Hi, Lisa. prior live, Siah said the designer at Jackson Lowe did the metal clips after watching Siah complain about breaking plastic clips. I was tickled to find an American designer and seller. I know, right? That's pretty cool. Yeah. She's like, I invented these, or I came up with this design because of you, saying that you needed somebody to. It's pretty cool. She did a good job. They're pretty cool clips. I'm wondering, I don't know, I haven't looked. Does she have a bigger size? I'm thinking, okay, she needs a little bit bigger ones too, because that would be awesome. Yeah. Maybe I'll put a bug in her ear that she needs to design some bigger ones too, right? That'd be kind of cool to have two different sizes. Alrighty then. Okay, looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and do the binding. Yeah, the metal clips are pretty awesome, guys. I highly recommend it. It's worth the money. You know, they're more expensive than the plastic clips, obviously, because they're pure metal. They take more to make, and she sourced them here in the States, which is awesome. Okay, here we go. Almost done. Can you even believe it? After this, we'll turn it out, and then we just have to attach the D-rings to our wings. Not our chicken wings. The wind beneath our wings. Yeah, we'll put it all together. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Yeah, there's that Siah 10 code for 10% off of those clips. It's only good till the end of May. So if you were thinking about getting some, go snag them. I am going to have to go bring Oakley in because she is just not stopping outside. My neighbors are going to hate me. So after I get this clipped on, I'm going to go grab her. I just wish she could be outside without barking at every freaking thing. Ay, ay, ay. Hi, Sherry. Thank you. All right. Let me go grab my barking dog. I'll be right back and we will finish sewing this up. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. Camera 2. Hi, Linda. I'm gonna see you in a few days. Yay! All right, here we go. My earrings look like a purse. They kind of do, I guess. That's funny. Oh, Diane, my dogs would go crazy if they were on a farm. But I bet you don't have neighbors who care, right? It's hard because one side, my neighbor's dog never barks, right? And so they get annoyed when my dogs bark. And then the other side of my house, their dogs bark just as much as my dogs. So, yeah, I love it. All right, I'm going to use my hairdryer to soften this up because I know my hands are just going to hate me. Try and turn this. Oh, that looks, you guys. Let me see that. Look how good that looks. I mean, people who say they can't do the fold over elastic, like it just takes practice, right? I think it looks great. Okay. We are going to go to the next camera over here. And we are going to do some blow dryer. Technical term. Right? Okay. Don't look at my messy floor. Quit looking there. All right. Here's my blow dryer. Let's turn this out. Oh no, you guys. Oh, my power just went out. Not went out. My power didn't go out. My fuse flipped because I had my heater and the blow dryer went on. All right, I gotta go flip the fuse box. Okay, I'll be right back. Oopsie. It happens. Oh, it looks really cute though here in the dark. Let me go flip the fuse. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, here we go, guys. It's funny because I know I can't have my heat press and my heater on at the same time. It flips it every time. And now I know I can't have my heater and my hairdryer. Okay. It is what it is. All right, easy fix. Yep. All right. I saw some questions. Let me see. Color combo is Chef's Kiss. Thank you, Orla. Is there one thing you are most excited to see or do in France? Just all of it. Because I've never been anywhere like that. Oh, my gosh, you guys. This turned out so good. Love. Love, love. Okay. Here it is. I just have to add on our little D-ring and our strap. I would say, let me knock that one out of the park. Yeah, that looks cute. Okay. There's a ton of things plugged in this room, but whoever finished this basement back in the day did a horrible job at running all of the fuse boxes and stuff, and they always flip down here, like all the time. So it is what it is. Okay, so let's put on our D-ring connectors real quick. And we are good to go. Let's see. Here's these. I did these yesterday. Okay, I painted, edge coated, all that kind of good stuff. Looks super cute. Love it. All right, so let's do this. All right, let me know when I'm back. I'm here. I'm here. There we go. Okay. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I accidentally turned my phone off. I think the fuse thing had me all flustered. All right. Let's finish this cute little bag up. Guess who's back? Back again. All right. I like to fold it. And then there's this little flat side here. And that's what I rest this D-ring on. And just line it up however you want it. It looks pretty good. And then I'll mark those holes and punch them. Pretty easy. The custom name tags were Alibaba. All I'm just gonna kind of make sure that they're at the same angle. They look pretty good. Okay, let me do my little markings and we'll punch our holes and attach. Dawn, yes. Does your big mama phone fit in the Rayna? Yes, it does, Rose. Totally does. I'll show you. I'll get the case and I'll show you. Totally fits. My big mama phone. My kids think my phone's ridiculous. And I'm like, I do everything on my phone. And then I say, you're ridiculous. All right. It is, what time is it here? It is 2:20 in the afternoon. Okay. Isn't that cute? Ah, I love it. I love it. It's a little extra work and it's totally worth it for these connectors. You've got a big mama phone too then? Okay, well good. We're big mamas together. Me and you, Rose. And I am using 9mm rivets. And yeah, all the hardware on this bag is my website. So if you're wondering where I got it, I'm almost out of, I think I'm out of black and gold zipper tape though. I just realized that this morning. Well, shoot. All right, let's give it a press. And then I'll put this on so you guys can see it. And we're done. Ooh, she is so cute, you guys. I don't know if I pressed this one all the way. Just a minute. Whoops. Okay, yeah. Beautiful. All done. Let's put on our strap. Okay. So, to give you a little bit of reference, I did my strap at 44 inches. I measured my waist and did it, well, I measured my hips, right, down here. And that's the length of my strap. I know Lindsay, I don't know if she went with that method or not, but that's what I did. And it works great. Okay, so here is the bag on. Super cute, right? Very cute. Did you use any interfacing with your vinyl? I did some foam along my gusset and the back piece. So here it is on me. So with that length that I cut, it should be able to go both crossbody and around my waist if I need it. And mine fits. I'll show you. With just enough. I could probably take maybe 4 more inches off of it. Probably 4 more inches off. If I wanted it to sit really tight around my waist, probably 4 more inches. But you guys, she's cute, right? All right, that's it. I hope you guys like that tutorial. I hope that's helpful. Go grab this pattern, you guys. Why won't you? Just do it. It's so cute. I love it. Support an awesome designer and all that kind of good stuff. All right. Oh, put my phone case in it. Where's my phone case? Phone case. Oh, it's on my phone. I can't. But just so, shoot. I didn't swear. Look, you see? And I got a big mama phone. So it should work just fine. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for the love and support. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. I'd appreciate it. And we'll see you guys later. Have a good weekend. Bye, everybody.